What's up? It's the Brunch Breakdown. Didi out here in Los Angeles. Dan is in Pittsburgh, and Chris is freezing on the lake. I don't know if you saw a picture of him and the fam, but Jesus Christ, dude.
Whew.
I listen. Hey, man, love a boat, but man, they're in parkas.
You would think the second weekend of May, you'd be safe. Weather would be good. Could be a little risky because it's pre-Memorial Day, but you'd think, okay, it should be fine. No, not so much.
No.
All of the good luck weather ran out. We used it all up on the draft when the draft was here. It's been
Well,
cold ever
listen.
since. It's been cold ever since. So, looking better this week, but yeah, not great time on the lake for Chris
Boy,
and the fam.
what is the weather like actually? Because I was just like, man.
We haven't hit 70 in probably a
Oh,
week. It's been
okay.
mid 60s, low 60s,
Mm,
windy, wet. We've gotten a
yeah.
lot of rain. I feel like we're getting
Okay.
the April weather in May, and we got some May weather in April. So
Okay.
here we
Okay.
are. We're
All right,
trying.
that makes sense. All
Yeah.
right, that makes sense. Because I was like, it's because you never know. Because like when you're on the boat, you're on the water, like, you don't know. But like if you're in like the 50s and it's not and it's cloudy,
Sun's not
ooh,
out. It feels,
it's a
yeah,
little
on the water. That's
tough.
gonna feel a lot colder.
Oh,
It's gonna feel a lot
yeah,
colder.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be a little tough.
A little rough. A little
Well,
rough.
anyways, you're gonna hear from Chris here in a little bit, and today on the show we're gonna be talking Blue Dot Fever. Me and Dan are big concert goers, and if you don't know what Blue Dot Fever is, a lot of people are canceling their tours. We're going to
Mhm.
talk about that. We got some World Cup topics to talk about because the World Cup is coming up and a lot of things to discuss there. And yeah, we got music, we got beer, we got more. It's the Brunch Breakdown. Dan, let everybody know where they can find this thing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give you the expedited edition to this week because
Hmm.
we do this every week, and
Yep.
we got a lot to get to. So anywhere
Yes.
podcasts are available, you can find us. A new episode comes out each and every Wednesday. Follow or subscribe wherever you like to listen, and the episode's gonna come straight to you. It's that simple. The video pod available as well. You can find that on our YouTube page, our Facebook page, or right in the Spotify app. Same place you find the audio, you can find the video in the Spotify app every Wednesday, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, on demand anytime you like to watch after that. We are everywhere on social media at Brunch Breakdown. Follow us, please, and thank you. The good stuff's there. The good stuff is there. And then, of course, Sounds of Brunch, what we're listening to each and every week, goes on a Spotify playlist that gets updated every Wednesday for now. Last week's songs are still on there. The new ones will be uploaded as well. Just find that exclusively on Spotify. Tell Siri, tell Alexa, tell, I don't know, Rob Zombie.
Yeah,
Play me the Sounds of
Claude.
Brunch. Claude.
Yeah.
Claude.
Claude.
Yeah, big time. Claude having a moment.
Oh man. All right. Well, Dan, keep talking. Get it off your chest. What's going
Yeah,
on?
I'd be happy to. Because Didi, the company that I work for, mandated this week
Oh
that
yeah, baby.
all
You back.
employees located in hub cities uh needed to be in the office 5 days a week.
Wait, just the hub cities?
It's yeah, that's most employees, but if you're not like near an office, they can't make they're not going to make you
No,
move or
you find a WeWork, you
I
find an office, and you
know.
get to it. Like
Amen. Amen, brother. Tell me.
you
Tell me
find
about it.
somewhere and get to it. Like no,
Yes.
no, 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 no. If I
Yes.
gotta go, you gotta go. Like
Exactly.
break into somebody's office, get in a cubicle, get to work. But
Yes,
go
there
ahead,
should
Dan.
be
Sorry.
exemptions. Yes, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, there are exemptions to those lucky people. So years after hybrid flexibility, post-pandemic, here we are. First time back in the office 5 days a week. This was the first week. This week we got a heads up in January, so we were all trying to mentally, physically prepare for the moment. By no surprise, you can imagine people have been furious ever since the announcement was made public. Some decided to leave because they weren't going to do it. They've left the company. Some people left without another job, which is wild. Yeah,
Oof.
wild.
Oof. People are
Um,
wild, man.
I know, but there were two revelations that I found after week one in kind of getting back to 2019 realities, I guess. The first one being is that Gen Z is struggling, um, but mostly struggling with the concept. When we were working 5 days a week, pre 2020, these kids were literally in middle school and in high school.
Yep.
And so the concept of a 5 day in office work week was just so foreign to them. Their brains can't comprehend it. And like they never even went to class 5 days a week in college. right? Like you and
Yeah.
I, it was like, all right, Monday through Thursday schedule, right? Stack it up
Yep.
that way. Um, and even so, during that time period, they were virtual for a while. Even in high school, you're virtual. You were virtual for 2020. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? So they have been struggling, and not just physically, but just mentally with the concept, which makes me chuckle a little bit because I'm like, fam, this was life for a long, long time. But like I get it. So I sympathize with them a little bit. So that's one observation. The second observation is I thought my biggest issue was like readjusting to 5 days in office physically, around waking up 5 days in a row early at the same time. And listen, I know parents have been waking up that time probably regardless, right? But like the physical activity of getting ready for work, commuting, and then commuting home, like I thought in being in the office, being around people, just physically draining. That's what I was most afraid of because it's been 6 years. It's been
Hmm.
6 years since we've had to do this. Um, that's not the biggest problem. That's actually not the biggest problem. The problem I've had after 1 week is the time I had at home to do the stuff, like do the laundry, pay the bills, work out during my lunch hour. That has been devastating to lose that that time that I've been at home because originally I was 3 days in the office, 2 days at home. And like losing that time to do all that, to now have to do it at the end of the day when I get home after I commute home from work, that has been really challenging. Really challenging. More so than the physical nature of waking up early, being around people, being around a full office full of people, right? Because we were flex 3 days, so not everybody's in the same days. So it was never a full house. Now it's a full house, 5 days a week, a lot of interaction. But it's the stuff at home, man. It's the stuff at home that's I have to like adjust. Being up later during the week, blocking out times in the weekend to do just the regular chore stuff that I was able to take advantage of while I was home. So, just a little shared experience of what 1 week into 2019 life has been like, and I'll keep you updated throughout the journey because it's going to be an adjustment. It's going to be an adjustment. We're just 1 week in.
Dude, I bet it is. But I am somebody who like I want to be in an office.
Yeah,
I want to be collaborating with people. It
yeah,
all depends on what job you have too, right? So like I'm
right.
somebody who's worked in all creative fields. I've been in marketing departments, all those things, working with the marketing teams and sales teams and all that stuff. And
Yeah,
it's like all of that is so much better to do when you're in person.
100%.
Like being able to bounce ideas off of people is so much better than being in your own world where you're just thinking about, all right, man, when this meeting's over, I'm going grocery shopping or blah, blah, blah. Or like I'm
Right.
literally in this meeting with my picture gone and I'm on the Peloton right now. Like just shit like that. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it's a lot different when you're actually like, all right, well, we're here. So what the hell? And you just never know what thing is just gonna like just come out of somebody's mouth and you're just like, wait, that's an idea. Oh, wait,
Hmm.
that's something. So I don't know what it's like for people who don't work in creative fields. Like I get it if you don't want to be at work, fine. But like if working in a creative field, you're working in a marketing department, I know it might be annoying, but it's better.
It's
It's
way better.
better. It
It
is.
is way better. I've always like my wife has a fully remote job
Mhm.
and I've never wanted that because
Yeah.
being in the office, especially like you said in a marketing field, a creative field is way better when you're
Yeah.
collaborating as a team in person. So I'm with you there. It's a much better experience when everybody's together talking about things. I think there's going to be increased production, and not that production was low. That's not why they're doing it. It's that people weren't following the rules. That's
Well, yeah.
why people weren't following the rules. And yeah, I don't know what it's like in a if you're not in a job where like your team is local and there's creativity behind it, and like that's beneficial. Okay, I get your beef, but I 100% agree with you that it's way better collaborating in person. It's a huge difference.
Yeah, people like, and this was going to happen at some point. So
Oh
like,
yeah,
and you're
oh
not the
yeah,
only one. A lot of people
oh
are
yeah,
having the same thing where it's like a lot of companies were like, "All right, guys, break's over. We're
yeah.
going back to work."
We
And
got a lot of
so,
commercial real estate that's we're
see,
paying for. You
that's the.
bet. Yeah,
I
so
mean,
you got to get your ass back in here.
yeah, I'm like that PNC building ain't small.
No. No, it's not.
That building ain't small, man. So
Yep.
yeah, it was
Yep.
bound to happen. So,
For sure.
but you
For
know,
sure.
but yeah, but I hear you on that. It's like not being able to do some of the things that you've been doing for the past 5, 6 years is
Yeah.
like,
Took it for
sheesh.
granted that how made it
Yeah,
life
yeah,
it made life that much easier. It really did. But here we
man.
are.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, I want to get this off my chest, and it's
Okay.
kind of like yelling at you guys because on the show last week. So I listened to the Brunch Breakdown last week, and the main first thing I want to talk about is when I said it was hot as shit, I wasn't complaining. It's just hot. Like, it's just what it was.
That
Like,
shouldn't be
what is
hot to you though. That should just be
oh,
it's nice. It's warm.
hot
90.
is hot, but like that doesn't mean I'm complaining. Like it was just hot. It was like yeah, like having your shirt on was like difficult. Like it was like I'm in the Arizona and friggin' it's just like 9,900 degrees. It was hot as hell. So I wasn't complaining about that. Second thing, you guys managed to do something that I try so hard not to do when you guys aren't on the show. I'm like, okay, we have this topic. Dan would love to talk about this topic.
Yeah.
Let's not do that while he's on the show. Let's
Yeah.
not do that while he's out. Chris, we have to do it all the time. We're always like, all right, guess we can't. Don't
Right.
do this because
Yes.
Chris is on the show, so
True.
we can't do it.
True.
And then you guys managed to talk about, as Chris talks about public speaking,
Mm-hmm.
and you talk about Miles Garrett, and
Yeah.
you talked about horse racing, all on the same show when I wasn't here. And for those who are first-time listeners of the Brunch Breakdown, I'm a huge Cleveland Browns fan, and Miles Garrett is literally the second greatest player behind Jim Brown to ever put on a Cleveland Browns uniform. So, yeah, and you guys
Yeah.
talked about him last week too.
Yeah.
So,
We did. We did.
I just like where's the love, guys? That's all I want. That's all I'm asking. Where's the love?
Well, and the funny thing is, it's like we did have those conversations. We're like, well, we can't do this. We can't do this because Dee Dee's not here, and that needs to be a group topic. So it's pretty bad when we had to find other topics that we knew we could talk about without you, and then they literally topics that you would enjoy talking about. But yeah, I think I purposely talked about horse racing because I knew your opinion, and I felt like I needed a safe space
Fair.
to do it without
It's
rebuttal.
And it was the Kentucky Derby happened that did.
It was timely.
So, like,
It was timely.
you had to do it. We couldn't it'd be weird
Yeah.
talking about the Kentucky Derby this week. So like I
Right.
got it, but it
Right.
just frustrating.
The Miles Garrett one, that was out of bounds. That we shouldn't have done that one. that we could have waited.
But it was fun listening to you two talk about it because it was funny listening to you guys try to tell yourselves that you could possibly do something to stop Miles Garrett. That was my
Yeah,
favorite
we're
thing.
Trying to come up with a way.
Because when Chris sent that to us like weeks ago in like the group chat of just like random things that we do on the Brunch Breakdown, I was like, this is a false equivalency. Like this doesn't work. Like,
Right.
like I get that they're both like the greatest at what they do right now currently in Major League Baseball and football, but like you could get lucky and hit a schemes pitch. You
Right.
could also not, but you could get lucky and foul and make contact.
Yeah.
You can't get lucky and do anything with Miles Garrett. Like you literally can't. Like you just can't.
He'd have to hurt
So,
himself. That's about as lucky as you could get.
That's it. Like he would have to come off the line and roll his ankle, and then you're just standing
Right.
there,
Non-contact
like,
injury.
with your eyes closed, like
Literally.
he fell. That's you stopping Miles Garrett.
Exactly. Yeah. 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 We were
Well,
trying.
anyways.
There was no way to. Yeah.
Yeah,
We weren't going to
so,
get that lucky there. But
just wanted to,
that's fair.
good show though. Just wanted to get off.
That's
my chest.
fair. Well, I'm surprised you didn't bring things to the table this week that you knew Chris would have enjoyed, just to get back at him a little bit.
I thought about it because
You know?
I did see this woman on the Today Show, one of the morning shows, talking about how the 10,000 step thing is bogus.
Oh.
And
Oh.
but I want to save that for Chris. But I do want to save that for Christopher because I think he'll yell a lot during that. But I did see that.
Yeah.
So coming
You're doing the
soon on
right
the Brunch
thing.
Breakdown.
Okay,
But
we'll
yeah,
tease.
it was this woman saying that the 10,000 step thing was a thing that they put, it was a promo for the 1984 Olympics, I think it was. And it was just like it was just a random number to get people to move more. So they just said 10,000 steps, and it doesn't really mean anything.
There's
And
no
I was
science behind it. It was just a number.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
no
boy.
science behind it. It's
Okay.
just something that they put out before one of the Olympic Games. I want to say it was 84, but could have been something else. But they put that out, and
Interesting.
they were just like, as a promo to get people to move before
Okay.
the Olympics.
All right.
Yeah.
Future
So,
fired up Chris incoming.
yes.
Just be
So I
ready.
am, yeah. So I can't wait to get him on that. All right. Oh man. All right. Well, let's get into brews. Dan, what are you sipping on?
Let's do that. No beer for me this week. Cocktail
Oh,
though.
okay.
Cocktail. I
Okay.
wanted to bring a
Okay.
unique cocktail to the table. Went to our favorite cocktail bar the other night, which is now a literal 4-minute walk from our house. It was so nice.
That's beautiful.
So nice. And on their spring menu, they have the Bananas, and I'm already intrigued and hooked.
Okay.
So this is bamboo rum, which if you're not familiar with bamboo rum, is kind of has a banana note to it already. Um, Banana shrub, ginger liqueur, lemon and lime. And I'll tell you what, it was just this magical journey, tropical, but like it was because like you felt the citrus, like the citrus was there. Like you think banana, you obviously it's not a citrus fruit, but like the ginger liqueur, the lemon and the lime play together really, really nicely and brought out that citrus element. But then there's just this like true banana, right? This wasn't bullshit banana, syrup that you could buy in the
Yeah.
grocery store. And I know that because they made a banana cocktail last year and they showed us the banana jam that they used that they got when they went on vacation. So I'm like, these people were legitimate. This is going to be the real deal. It was so good. It was unlike anything I had tasted before. Um, I trust this cocktail bar and they know what they're doing. And this was an amazing, magical, just a couple of ingredients. And it was fantastic. It just was like, yeah, the warm weather's coming. It's not here right now, but it's coming. Don't you worry. Tropical wind
That's
coming.
That's beautiful. I want to give a shout out to a couple things. So I had a Lagunitas IPA for the first time in a long time, not the
Sure.
first time, just the first time in a long time. And that is just Old Faithful, man.
Yeah.
Like it's just there for you and you can get it literally anywhere. I feel like every place
Yeah.
has, if they don't have any IPA, they got the Lagunitas IPA because they're just like, we got to carry one. They got it.
Mm.
And it's just really good. But also, I just want to give a shout out to bartenders who just know how to make a very good spicy margarita or
Mm.
Paloma or any of these drinks that are perfect for sitting by a pool in the summer or right now or whenever. Because, you know, it sometimes, like you mentioned, the banana syrup, right? Where it can be
Yeah.
miss if we're not doing it right. You know what I
Yep.
mean? But if you're out there making it with love,
Yeah.
with the right ingredients,
Yeah.
it is the perfect thing for summer. Because if you get a drink with too much syrup and it's like 90 degrees outside, 100 degrees outside, it is not hitting the same. All of a
No.
sudden you feel like full or something, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
you're not really trying to drink anymore. And and we were just at, pool bars and stuff, and it was just nice to just have somebody make drinks with love
Yeah.
that were just perfect for you to just keep on drinking. That's the other thing. It's like, drinks at pools are not cheap. So like,
Right.
you need to make them good so people keep buying them. And that's, what happened for us over the past weekend. So just, shout out the bartenders, make your drinks with love. The people will keep coming.
It's a
So,
great point.
yeah.
And the margarita is like the baseline drink. I feel like
Mhm.
you can test. You know how well a bar operates and their full cocktail menu is
Yes.
based on the margarita. It's the most popular drink in America. And if they're using a mix, you're
Ah,
screwed. You're
you
screwed.
just
Stick to the
are.
Lagunitas and just stick to the beer at that point. Because if they're making mixes, making margaritas with mixes, everything else is going to be that way too. And you can taste the difference. You can
Oh,
truly
yeah.
taste the difference. But if you got fresh ingredients there, real like lime juice and stuff like that,
Hmm.
you're in for a good ride, no doubt.
Yeah, exactly. It's just because honestly, if you're doing it with the syrup and stuff, it's like, or you're doing it with the mix, it's like, just give me a, just give me a neutral, just give me a White Claw. I
Yeah,
don't care
at
what it
that
is at that
point,
point. You know what I mean? It's just like, what are we
yeah,
doing? So,
for
yeah.
sure, for sure.
Well, cheers, Dan.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, we got to get the Chris.
We do.
We almost forgot.
I had him ready. I had him ready. We didn't want to
Almost
do that.
forgot. We
For he
got to get the
once he
Chris.
sent us. You didn't have to bug him 18 times to send us a
I
video.
know.
So we absolutely can't forget to
No,
show it here.
because I usually have to like text his wife. I gotta like
Yeah,
hit, I
yeah.
gotta hit up the kids. I'm like, what's going on with your dad? Like,
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. But he delivered pre-lake, before he went on his little trip. Let's
Yeah.
see what he had to say.
All right.
Hey boys, what's going on? Sorry I can't be there. As you can see, wearing my Steelers hoodie just to celebrate that Aaron Rodgers is maybe coming back to the Steelers. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's in town. But maybe he's not. Maybe he's on a darkness retreat or doing ayahuasca, or maybe he's under center. Who knows? That's not really what I'm here to talk about. What I want to get off my chest this week is just to parents, like, just get off your phones. Okay? That's really what I want to encourage people, specifically parents, to do today, is get off your phone, specifically like when you're at a thing that your child is doing. Our kids are in everything right now. They're in swim, they're in basketball, doing dance, soccer. Like, we're doing everything. Okay, we're doing everything, and we're getting into the spring and the summer, the warm months where there's outdoor activities for the kids, right? T-ball, baseball, all kinds of stuff. Watch your kids when they're doing that, because I can't tell you the amount of parents I see. Like, we were at basketball the other night, and it's like really cute if you actually watch your kids, especially when they're young, do activities, maybe for the first time, or like learn to try to shoot a basketball and dribble and like interact with other kids. Or for us, it's super special because we have like 2 or maybe even 3 of them participating at the same time. We get to watch them interact, and like, these are memories that you're missing when I'm sitting there watching my kids, and then I look around and literally every other person is just scrolling on their phone, watching nonsense on Instagram, or reading angry community posts on Facebook. Like, you are missing shit that you're never gonna get back. You're missing it. And that's sad. And it bums me out. It bums me out. All right. So just watch your kids do stuff for the first time, or understand that, like, this may be the only time your kids do this. Like, I often think too that I don't know, our society's so crazy about kids participating in sports nowadays that it's not going to be too long until, like, maybe your kid finds the one sport they want to play, and then you actually are miserable, like driving all over town or all over the region, taking your kids to like tournaments, soccer trips, hockey weekends. And then you're like, I am, this is a lot, right? And so then you actually are like feeling miserable in it, or like your kids are past the point where they have like the joy in doing the activity, and now it's just the thing they do, and they got to be at practice, and then they got games going up, and they got to balance it with school and homework and tests and all this. Like, it's not gonna be just really fun for everybody for very long. And you hear parents say that all the time, right? Like, enjoy this because like the moment when they're little, it passes really quickly. So don't let that time pass watching reels you're never going to remember. Reading, people mad about kids going too fast on the street in their e-bikes on the community page on Facebook. Like, that is an absolute waste of time when your kid is out there doing something special. So just watch your kids, like, enjoy the moment. That's it. Get off your phone. And that's all. Have a great day.
Oddly specific about the community page on Facebook. So, Chris, please get off of the community page on Facebook.
Stay right there. Yeah, don't even be there. Yeah.
Please, don't be there. He brings up great points. One thing with that I found to be fascinating is because Major is in TK. So Major is 5. He'll be 6 next year. He'll be in kindergarten next year. So they had their school like music, they had their like TK like musical thing or whatever, the Little Red Hen, it was whatever. But parents having their phone up recording the kids, because TK kids don't know how to act, right? So they don't know when not to speak. They don't care that they're speaking in the middle of some girl doing her solo during the Little Red Hen.
Yeah.
Several kids were like, "Mom, put your phone down." And they weren't like on their phone scrolling like Chris is saying, because I know what he's talking about with like practice and stuff.
Yeah.
But like they're like recording their kid doing the thing, and they're literally saying, "Mom, put your phone down. Dad, put your phone down." They were saying it out loud at the parents, and I was like, "Yo, this is wild." So it's like we've now hit the point where it's like, oh, okay, like everyone's like, "Yeah, you're on your phones too much." Like,
yeah.
You're on
Yeah.
your phones too much. Get it down because now the 4-year-olds are like, this isn't cute. Get it out of here. They're like, we're done here.
All right.
So
That makes me feel good about the
yeah,
future. That
yeah.
future
It
generation.
was interesting. I left being like, wow, okay. I think we are like gonna be dialing it back because
Mhm.
now you've just got the kids like these are kids that there's no conscious they're just literally like they just say what they feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At 4 or 5 years old, they're just like we're saying it, regardless if we're in the middle of this auditorium or not. And like put your kid put it down. And I was like, okay,
Amazing.
okay. So
Amazing.
yeah, yeah.
I just want to also say that for anybody listening that's friends with Chris and in his neighborhood or their kids are in the same grade, or maybe this is just a message to his wife.
Mm.
Um, take a photo this fall on a Saturday when Pitt has an away game and the kids have an activity and he may or may not be watching the game on his phone. just and maybe he's not glued to it, but he's watching and trying to do just say maybe there's another podcast world out there where somebody's saying, "Hey, dads, get off your phones watching football whilst your kids are mid activity." Just saying. But no, I he's not a parrot, but I could totally see where he's coming from.
Dude, that
Totally
was
see where
good.
he's coming from, but
That was
also
good.
just saying that might happen.
Kind of doing a little bit of a glass house thing, Chris is right
A
now
little bit, just
because
a little
it's
bit.
real easy for Chris to be like, well, Penguins aren't in it anymore. You know, he doesn't have an NBA team. Yeah, like what? Bruh, come on now, come on now.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
saying.
come back whenever it's when it's soccer season in the fall.
Yeah, right.
Talk about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's yeah. But Pitt's playing Duke at 11 a.m. or whatever time
Yeah,
they play those
exactly.
games. Yeah, let's get back. Let's get back to that.
We'll
Yeah,
revisit in
yeah.
a couple
We'll get
months.
back. Yeah, we'll revisit. But he's right. Parents, get off your phones because I can't stand when parents are on their phones and they're basically like the people are coaches. They're not babysitters. Get off your phones.
You've made that point too. You've made
And
that
that's the
point
thing.
too.
They're
Yep.
not babysitters.
Yep.
So yeah, so I get it. But
For sure.
Chris, come back in the fall.
Just saying.
Let's chat. Oh man. All right. Well, let's get to the main menu. We got a little bit of time. Let's do it.
Let's
So,
do it.
Blue Dot Fever, Dan. We're
Yes.
huge concert goers. We love going to concerts. We spend lots of money on concert tickets. We are the people who should be talking about this, not people who don't go. And Blue Dot Fever, if you don't know what that is, it is the dots that when you pick your tickets on Ticketmaster or Live Nation, and those whenever there's blue dots, that means there's tickets available. Well, all these shows that are getting canceled, Post Malone, Zayn, Megan Trainor, Pussycat Dolls, Dolly Parton, even shuffling dates around, canceling dates and stuff, all you just go to their shows, blue dots, and then all of a sudden, oh, we're canceling tour because somebody's sick or we're finishing the album. It's like, no, fam, like we looked at the stadium, everybody can get tickets to your shit.
Yeah.
So we're calling it Blue Dot Fever because everyone seems to be coming down with Blue Dot Fever. And Dan, what do you think the cause of this is? What do we think?
Well, I mean, first of all, shout out to Ticketmaster and Live Nation for losing their lawsuit. Great news for everybody. Great news for
Yes.
everybody, and hopefully we see some drastic changes so Blue Dot Fever doesn't become an epidemic for that matter. But it's close. Right now it's close. And I think the problem is you have artists like the biggest artists in the world, right? Taylor Swift, Beyonce, just to name a few, right? The biggest artists in the world. They can get away with setting their ticket prices to really anything, and people are going to continue to pay no matter what, right?
Yep.
And other artists feel like, well, they raised their level. I should not match it, but like bring our level up and just be competitive in nature with everybody else. We should all move up. And artists aren't making money from selling music anymore via streaming. So you have to make it in two ways: live concerts and merch. And people are finally like fed up with paying all this money for these concerts, and it's becoming more valuable to go to a festival than it is an individual artist anymore. Like there's really not a huge difference when you think about it and the bang for your buck that you get when going to a festival, because those prices have gone up, but not in the same exponential way
No,
that
not even
individual shows
close.
have, right? Not in the same way. Like I'm seeing the same artists I saw years ago and they haven't gained in popularity, but the ticket prices are through the roof. And I'm like, damn, that's just not worth it anymore for them. So I think it's trying to recoup. And like, listen, we love a good live show and a live performance and a great aesthetic. Cut back on that bullshit then. Like, just give me some freaking live music. Give me let's do the old curtain backdrop, right? With like a pop punk band still do. Let's just keep it simple. A little less lighting, a little less smoke, a little less the set. I love the sets. There are bands and artists that do great set design. Cut back on that shit then. I don't want to pay for that for you to have to drag that around the entire country. And maybe then Blue Dot Fever can kind of cool off a little bit, and we can bring the cost down. You know what I mean? It's too much of all of that, and it's catching up with us.
No, I'm with you, and I think they're just everything became like the bar became the stadium tour. It used to be like arenas, and then only like so many people did stadiums. It was just like, all right, you got your Kenny Chesneys of the world and whoever, and like then that's basically been replaced by like Morgan Wallen or whoever the country artist at the moment is, and that just becomes like basically it just becomes like a festival. They play like certain regions. It's like they'll play this place that's close to this place, this place, and they sell out stadiums, right?
Yep.
And then you have the big artists like you mentioned, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and there's some other ones. And like they play it, like Bruno Mars is playing stadiums. Well, to me, that means then Post Malone can't play stadiums. Then somebody else has to, like, if these people are playing stadiums this year, that means these people who maybe were playing stadiums can't play that this year too. You have to wait. Like Post Malone was on the same tour that he's putting on now last year.
Yeah.
And then now it's getting canceled. It's like, yeah, because you're going to the same places to play for the same people. And people are like, wait, I already saw you already.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you didn't put anything new out. You're not doing anything different. Like, I just think people are kind of, people are sick of paying a lot of money, but also it's like, it doesn't have to be this way because everything doesn't need to be in the stadium. It just doesn't.
Yes.
Like, an artist who are playing stadiums one time should probably go back to arenas. And some artists that are playing arenas that I still can't get over. Like Charlie Puth was playing the Forum in LA and I can't believe it. But like he's an artist that like normally would not be playing the Forum. It's just he didn't put out an album for 6 years. He's gotten this popularity because of the Super Bowl and online and stuff. But I'm like, his next tour will not be at the Forum. Guaranteed. 100% will not. But there's artists that are playing the Forum and canceling shows or playing arenas, and they should be playing. I'm like, that person should be playing like 5,000 seaters. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Like, no one, 15,000 people aren't going to see them on a Wednesday night. And I don't know what happened and what made people lose their minds with that. And it's like, I don't know if you know this, but like we all of a sudden didn't get more money in America. People didn't all of a sudden just start getting a ton of money to like fill these places out. And it's like, yeah, I don't know. And I don't know and I guess this is going to be the thing that stops it. Cause yeah, like you said, festivals, it's definitely cheaper, dude. People were complaining so much about so much was about Coachella or whatever because it's basically the only festival this now I guess anymore. No, there's no other festivals out there charging anyone. Every other festival's free.
Yeah.
Coachella's the only one charging people money. But dude, $600 for Coachella, and you get to see there are at least every single day. If you go to Coachella and you're a music fan, there are at least 6 artists every day that you want to go see, and you're paying $600 for that.
Right.
Like what?
Think about it.
Why would you go to another show when you're paying more than that to go see one person? And I've definitely done that. And so, like, what are we doing? No wonder. Yeah,
And
Blue
like
Dot Fever.
The baseball stadium tour has become very popular now. Doing that in the summer, those are big stadiums.
Big.
You know what I mean? Just because you have sold out an arena doesn't mean you can sell out a baseball stadium, regardless of who you're with. You know what I mean? Your point about Post Malone, it's like, this is the same thing, man. Like, it used to be put out an album, tour for 2 years, take the rest of the time off to make the next album, rinse and repeat. You know what I mean? So at least there's new music, and then you're going on tour for a 2-year period, and you're hitting the same city once every 3 to 4 years. And then every
Yeah.
time you go back, there's new music. There's new music to be played. And just because, yeah, you do an arena once doesn't mean you should continue to get bigger. Just you put out new music. You know what I mean? It's these artists hitting these too big of venues. It's like, ugh. And then it's like, oh, well, who are you bringing with you? Oh, never heard of them. Never heard of them. Like, no, not doing it. And too many people are finally putting their foot down,
Yeah.
which is good. I think this is ultimately going to be a good thing.
Yeah, because I don't know the numbers behind this, but like it feels to me like it's the smaller artists that like me and you love and will go to, the smaller venues, the under 3,000 seat venues,
Yeah.
1,000 seat venues. They go, I feel like they're doing great.
Yeah.
Because it feels like those people are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and
Mhm.
they're not trying to play whatever. Or if they do play a big venue, it's that one venue on the tour. It's literally like one market that they're like, we know we can sell double the tickets, and then we can in other places. And
Right.
I feel like that's also how it used to be too. It's like even artists that did arena tours were like, oh, we can probably play this one stadium because it's my hometown in Houston.
Exactly. Right.
And I can probably do it. And I feel like it needs to go back to that. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta, like, everybody shouldn't be doing stadiums in every single market. Some people can. Everybody can't or probably shouldn't. So yeah.
You're not all Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter who can do arenas back-to-back nights 2-3 times in a single city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I saw, Olivia Rodrigo was just like doubling up every single place. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Crazy. But
Yeah.
not everybody can do that. And I don't know. Yeah, hopefully we've got an adjustment coming in the future.
But Noah Kahan playing baseball stadiums.
Why? Don't get him.
No blue dot fever for him though. He's freaking. I was like, baseball stadiums, playing all stadiums, all baseball stadiums.
I don't.
Out of here.
I don't get it. I don't get it with him.
No, me neither. All right, well, let's get into our next topic, which has to be more about things being expensive. World Cup is happening, and I don't know if you know the North Cup's happening here in America, in North America, I believe. That's where it's all happening. And it's all happening, and things are getting weird. It's very expensive. People are trying their hardest to get tickets. There's lots of things going on. Dan, tell us, World Cup, what's happening?
Yeah, there's plenty happening. Before we get into how expensive things are, maybe a way to help offset some of your concert costs, or you really wouldn't be able to go to any games. But maybe you're a big football, soccer fan.
Yeah.
Right? Fox Sports has announced the chief World Cup watcher job opening with a $50,000 salary. What will this person do, you ask? They will watch every minute of Fox Sports' coverage of all 104 matches on the Fox One streaming platform for the World Cup. Now, it's not only just that. You're going to have to make your fandom shine in a custom-built viewing space in the middle of Times Square for visitors and tourists and commuters to see you watch. They will watch you watching the World Cup. Okay. And then they're encouraged to basically be a social media advocate for Fox Sports and the World Cup while watching all 104 matches. So that tells me, I would imagine there's some games being played at the same time. And so maybe you've got multiple screens set up there. But Didi, your initial thoughts on just basically watching the entire World Cup in a glass box in Times Square for $50,000. Is that enough money to make you interested?
Like all of it? Like the whole World Cup?
The whole
from
World Cup from start to finish.
June 11th until July 19th.
Yep.
Whew.
Yep.
Boy, oh boy. I mean,
now obviously you go home, right, when there's no matches.
Yes, you go home when there's no matches.
Right. This isn't David Blaine where you're inside there for 104, for all those days. But
the thing, listen, I would love to try it. Okay. And I'm not a
Okay.
big, and I'm not a big soccer fan at all. And like, and especially when it comes to the World Cup, because then I have
Yeah.
to care about the United States and their loser suits that they
Yeah.
put on every year, right? Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? We have no
Yeah.
chance of doing anything. But and maybe that would make it more fun. But I just feel like if you put me in Times Square, it feels like I have to perform every day for a month,
Yeah.
and that seems like a lot.
You got to be
Like
like
that
face
seems
painting
like
and cheering
a lot.
and
Like 'cause
yeah.
you can't just be sitting in there just like.
Just,
They can pull the plug on the whole thing. You know what I mean?
casually,
Like, you
yeah.
can't just be sitting there with like in your lazy
No,
boy,
I
just
don't
like
think so.
chilling. You got to be like acting an absolute fool for a
Yeah.
whole month. And I think that's the part where I'm like, whew, 50 grand. Listen, someone's going to do it. Someone's going to get the 50 grand. And I think if you are just a massively huge soccer fan, I think you would have to be. Because like for me, I don't think you could be a casual fan and give the people what they want with this.
Right.
I think you got to be like a diehard fan. Like you put me in there, if like the NBA playoffs are the same format as the World Cup, I could be in there and I could muster it up for a month.
Okay, I was going to ask you that.
Yeah.
Like, let's pretend it's football season, where it's a combination of pro and college games, because 104 is a lot
That's a lot. It's a
over
lot because
6 weeks, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot, and I feel like obviously football not being played every single day of the week, but let's pretend it was,
Yeah.
and there was a combination of pro and college football that you could watch for 104. You got to watch every single one of them, $50,000 over the course of 5-6 weeks. Sweeten the pot a little bit, make it more doable, obviously. But is it still?
It's dude. Football might be the hardest one. I'm not gonna lie. Like, cause dude, when you gotta watch, dude, bad football games are bad football games. Like, at least in theory, soccer games can be closer.
Yeah,
You
there are
know?
still bad teams in the World Cup, and with a bad team
Yes.
plays a good team, but it's not like every bad team's in it, right?
Yeah.
You have to qualify for the World Cup, so you're at least decent. But when you're
Yeah.
going up against the best of the best, you might see some,
Yeah.
But to your point, those games could at least be close.
But football would be. Listen, I love watching football, but football would be kind of tough just
Yeah.
because of the speed of the games going on.
For sure.
Like, I even think like if you did this to somebody and had them watch every March Madness game, I think even that would be kind of difficult because because the first round. Listen, some years like this year we had good first round.
Yeah.
But some years, whew,
There's just
over
some-
in the first 5 minutes. And
Oh
you're just
yeah,
sitting
Yeah.
there in Times Square watching Kentucky versus Southeast Louisiana Monroe State University, and you're like,
Yeah.
you're like, what are we doing here?
Exactly.
But I mean, I don't know. But of all the contests, we talk about these anytime we see them, I feel like this is like the most doable. It just has to be the right sport and the right fan. Which one would you do this for? Could you do this for? Because honestly, playoff baseball would be pretty legit, I think.
The problem with playoff baseball is and it's the same way with soccer. You never know when the game's over.
It's fair.
I need to know when the game's over.
That's
It's got to be a
fair.
timed sport.
Yeah,
It's got to be a
that's
timed
fair.
sport. Like I could. You're right, because football could be.
It could just
That could be
it
tough.
could just go.
That could be
like,
tough.
Yeah,
That could be
Be
tough.
rough.
Could probably do it for hockey though.
Hockey's a good one because
I think I could do that.
Hockey's a good one because hockey is timed to the max.
Yep.
It's like when you're getting out of a hockey game. It's
Exactly.
Like that's the best thing about that's why I always say going to hockey live is the best live experience of all sports because
yeah.
not only is it so much better than watching hockey on TV, it is just amazing to see live. But when you're getting out of there
For sure.
you're walking in, the puck's dropped, and when you're leaving too. Like it's a wrap when it's done. So yeah, it's
Exactly.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
the Lakers Thunder played a 3-hour game the other night. The refs couldn't stop blowing.
Yeah.
They
See.
couldn't stop blowing the whistle.
It gets brutal.
and replaying I was like,
Oh yeah, right. The
what are we-
replays are getting out of control.
Come on, what are we doing, guys?
Too much.
This is-
Too
yeah.
much.
So
Well, some people might need that $50,000, Stevie, because if you are maybe you have a family member trying to go to a game, fans trying to catch a game at MetLife Stadium, um, at New York, New Jersey, are expected to shell out $150 for a round trip train fare to each match. That's 12 times the regular fare of $12.90 for the 15-minute ride from Manhattan's Penn Station to the stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. $150 just to ride the train. A little bit of context. In LA, their one-way fares will remain $1.75. In Atlanta, $2.50. Houston, a single ride is going to cost you $1.25. And Philly is going to remain $2.90. Kansas City, not as strong public transportation, but they're going to have shuttles running from locations around the stadium, $15 round trip. Okay. Yes, I don't want to hear about this later in the week. Some of those cities are getting government assistance to cover transit costs. But New York, what in the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? You're spending over $1,000 at least, right? In some cases, a lot more, depending on the game, to get in the game. And then 150 on top of that to get to the game?
I don't understand how they are able to do that. I just don't. That's the part I don't get, is you're just like able to, on that day, that weekend, that whatever, like you're just able to be like, all right, if you're going from here to here, it's $150. But
Right.
if you're going somewhere opposite, it's just the same. Like I just don't I don't
Logistically,
understand.
how are they going to? Yeah, no, that's fair.
Because
That's
it's like
fair.
you
I don't
just
know.
buy a subway ticket. I don't know. It's like look, I've been in the subways in New York. I don't know. I don't get how you can just be like, yeah, we're just gonna, for you, it's 150. Oh, for you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just going to Times Square? You're good. Like
Yeah,
you got
it's
it.
like there's guys that are a long way around. It's like, well, if I get on the yellow 7 train and then hop over to the red
Yeah.
52, and then we take the long way and we go through Brooklyn, and then we come back and down to get to East Rutherford. Like maybe there's other ways around it. That's a good point. I don't know how you
Yeah.
restrict it just for those going in that direction. You're not going to have every other train shut down.
Uh, apparently they're lowering it, or this isn't official, but they're
Okay.
going, I guess they're going to lower it to $105.
Oh,
But that's as low as they're going. I don't understand how they're able. I just don't get how they're able to do that.
it's
Like
crazy.
the train is the train.
Yeah.
It's running every day. I just don't get, it's not like you're fixing the train. It's not like you're changing the train. It's not like there's going to be like luxury service on the train to MetLife.
No,
I don't-
exactly.
That's what I mean. It doesn't all
Those
of a
things are
sudden
going to be
become a
packed because there's going to be like no
Yeah.
parking for actual just regular fans.
No, you're not going to be able to drive over there. No, of
So
course
it's going to be
not.
miserable. It's going to
That's
be
the part I
absolutely
don't-
miserable.
I just don't understand. I don't get how you're able to do that. It just seems like super wrong to do that. I don't
Yeah, I know.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
and no other
logistically.
city's doing it. So I
No,
don't
that's what
understand
makes it
how,
worse. That's what makes it
Like,
worse.
because I'm like, if LA's not doing, like, how could New York do it? And you guys have the better train system. We have
For sure.
we have a very mediocre train system. If you're
Yeah.
on it, it's cool. If you're not on it, you're traveling to it. But New York is built on this. I don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
same thing with like DC is built on it, and they're not charging anybody. Like, I don't get it. So weird.
Good luck if you
Weird.
picked New York as your destination.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Oh man. Well, Dan, let's get into music, dude.
Let's do it. Let's quickly get into music. I'll get
let's do it.
started. My first
ahead.
one. We heard a few weeks ago the rumor that Charlie XCX was going to make a rock album, and then boom,
Yeah.
here we are. The first single is here, and it's called "Rock Music." Happening quicker than we thought. I'll say the single is more rock influenced. It's not a rock song. It's rock
No.
influenced. It's still undoubtedly a Charlie XCX song with the production and her lyrics and vocals and how that's done. It's also very, very short. It's like $1.55. So I'm excited to hear what's next. I appreciate her taking a risk like this.
I think it's funny. I think because this song is like, it's kind of making fun of it. She's like, my neck. What'd she say? My neck hurts.
My neck
And,
hurts.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
It's like I'm
Yep.
banging my head. My neck hurts.
My neck
I
hurts.
was like, this is like,
gotta
I
make a
don't know
rock
what
song.
she's gonna. Like, I know she said she was gonna make a rock album, but I think this was put out to like make fun of like like, I'm gonna do what I want, guys.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
you know, because this song made me laugh when I heard it, and I was like,
I know.
and I like it, but it did make me laugh. I was like, all right,
For sure.
this is not to be taken seriously. I don't know what she's doing next, but
For sure.
so we'll see. Hoopla, Quinn 92 put out a new single, Hoopla, and I really, really like it. If you like some earlier Quinn 92 stuff that's more like hip hop influenced and stuff, like at the very beginning of his career. He's gone all over the place, and I've liked everywhere Quinn 92 has gone. But this reminds me of some earlier stuff, so it's pretty good. So Hoopla, check it out.
Yeah, love that. Next one for me is B Miller. And Didi, you and I were on, speaking of trains, we were on the first train.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Out of that
100%,
station.
100%.
Back in X Factor days, and we saw some potential from a very, very young B Miller. And now she's just a completely different person with an amazing career. Her latest single, Depressed on the Internet, is one of my favorites she's ever released, honestly. I love it. It's catchy. It's poppy. I hope it gets really popular because she deserves it. B Miller, shout out.
Nice. Jessie Reyes, somebody I've put on the Sounds of Brunch many times. She's got a single out called "Not Your Fucking Friend," and it's great. And it's just a relationship song, and she's like literally telling the guy like, I'm not your fucking friend. Like we're not friends. Like we broke up. I'm not your fucking friend. So yeah, it's just pretty great. So check it
out. And then last one for me, Muna. East Side Girls.
Hey.
This kind of has there's an 80s pop feel to it, but still very current. It's a catchy little pop. It is. It'll have you singing that chorus over and over again. They put out some really, really, really good music. But this one's fantastic. East Side Girls from Muna.
Two Friends and Breland have a song out called Wildfire, and this song is great. So check it out. It is perfect to put on any playlist you make this summer. It's just awesome. And it came out of nowhere because I like Two Friends, I like Breland, and then all of a sudden I saw them performing the song at Red Rocks in a cool shot video I saw on Instagram, and I was like, whoa, this is cool. So and it just works. So it's really good. Two Friends, Breland, Wildfire. Check it out.
Nice. Excellent.
Right. Well, that is the Sounds of Brunch. Tell Siri, tell Alexa to play the Sounds of Brunch exclusively on Spotify. Dan, any final thoughts as we get out of here?
I'm thinking we should just take advantage of this glass box idea, and maybe we pay somebody to watch every video episode of the Brunch Breakdown. There's some good, some good PR in there that help us out a little bit. So if you're interested, DM us at Brunch Breakdown. Promise no blue dot fever will be caught by watching the Brunch Breakdown.
Tyler Malone, if you're still listening, this is your chance to get a case of beer on us.
That's right.
And that's the Brunch Breakdown. We're out.